Today I fricked up by having sex with my best friend's mum several times. What's up guys? In this video we are reading 5 Today I Fricked Up stories. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the video. Today I fricked up by trying to surprise my girlfriend in the shower. So a month ago now, my partner Ally and I decided it would be a good idea to take a holiday before things get too crazy at Christmas time. My best mate, Dan, had been talking for ages about taking a holiday, and so we got together and planned a week up the coast in a little 2-bed, 1-bath Airbnb overlooking a beach. Dan had only just started dating his girlfriend, Lisa, a month prior to the holiday. I had got the feeling a couple times that she didn't like me, but I had no idea why, so time comes for the holiday. I drive everyone up. We arrive, no problems. Unpack. Make the 30-second walk down to the beach and swim. All good. We go out for a nice dinner and then retreat to the beach house for some quiet drinks and then bed. Holiday is off to a cracking start. Next morning rolls around. I wake up alone in bed. I figure Ally must have gotten up early to take a shower and have breakfast. I make my way out to the living room, kitchen area, and no one is around. I can hear the shower running through the bathroom door. I knock on Dan and Lisa's door. No answer, so I peek in, and they're gone. Figure they must have decided to go for a walk along the beach. Feeling a little cheeky, I grab my towel, strip down and make for the bathroom. The door's unlocked. Sweet. I sneak in. Shower curtain is closed and I can hear a woman humming a tune inside. I drape my towel on the rack, pull back the curtain ready to jump in, and surprise Ally, and boom, there's Lisa, with her back to me, lathering shampoo through her hair. She hears the curtain go and turns to look at me. We just stand there awkwardly for about half a second, which felt like an hour. Suddenly reality kicks in. I attempt to cover my eyes and privates at the same time. Lisa screams and tries to pull the curtain shut. She slips on shampoo and smacks her head against the soap tray. If she didn't hate me at first, she does now. I had to help her naked and semi-conscious out of the shower, wrap her in her towel and sort out a nasty lump on her head. Turns Dan and Ally had gone down to the local cafe and grab us all coffees, and Lisa had decided to shower while they were gone. So yeah, the next 5 days went really great. Ally wasn't overly impressed about it all, but Dan thought the whole situation was hilarious despite Lisa's mental scarring. I've avoided making eye contact with or speaking to Lisa ever since. Today I fricked up by letting my dad came home to see vomit everywhere and my girlfriend blackout drunk and naked on the floor. My girlfriend, who my dad has never met until now, and I decided it would be fun to do a Harry Potter drinking game, except we watch all 8 movies, totaling 20 hours. We were drinking spirits with mixers. The first time I've ever drunk spirits. Holy shit, you wouldn't believe how many times people say Harry Potter. After just one movie we are half a bottle of vodka and 3-4 a bottle of gin down. Now is probably a good time to mention I'm an absolute lightweight, which is very impressive for a 6 feet 6 inches male. Naturally we are drunk and decide having sex is a good idea, so we proceed to do that, then grab a shower. At this point both of us are properly wasted and no longer in control of our actions. Somehow my girlfriend leaves the shower and turns it off, while I stay there, lying down, vomiting into the grate. After an hour I manage to get up, slouch to my room, vomit some more on the carpet, pass my naked girlfriend on the floor, check her pulse, and finally crash out on my bed. I wake up to my dad opening my window. I've slept for 5 hours at this point. He starts pushing me awake. He simply asks if we are on any other drugs, need an ambulance, etc. He then tells me to make sure my girlfriend is still alive. He leaves and says to call him in 10 minutes. I get up to see my naked girlfriend still lying on the floor, and 3 pools of vomit on the carpet. I wake her up, bring her to my room and lie her down on my bed. After calling and saying she is alive, my dad tells me to clean the place up and call him back. The place is now clean and I'm dreading this call. Today I fricked up by letting my dad came home to see vomit everywhere and my girlfriend blackout drunk and naked on the floor. My girlfriend, who my dad has never met until now, and I decided it would be fun to do a Harry Potter drinking game, except we watch all 8 movies, totaling 20 hours. We were drinking spirits with mixers. The first time I've ever drunk spirits. Holy shit, you wouldn't believe how many times people say Harry Potter. After just one movie we are half a bottle of vodka and 3-4 a bottle of gin down. Now is probably a good time to mention I'm an absolute lightweight, which is very impressive for a 6 feet 6 inches male. Naturally we are drunk and decide having sex is a good idea, so we proceed to do that, then grab a shower. At this point both of us are properly wasted and no longer in control of our actions. Somehow my girlfriend leaves the shower and turns it off, while I stay there, lying down, vomiting into the grate. After an hour I manage to get up, slouch to my room, vomit some more on the carpet, pass my naked girlfriend on the floor, check her pulse, and finally crash out on my bed. I wake up to my dad opening my window. I've slept 4-5 hours at this point. He starts pushing me awake. He simply asks if we are on any other drugs, need an ambulance, etc. He then tells me to make sure my girlfriend is still alive. He leaves and says to call him in 10 minutes. I get up to see my naked girlfriend still lying on the floor, and 3 pools of vomit on the carpet. I wake her up, bring her to my room and lie her down on my bed. After calling and saying she is alive, my dad tells me to clean the place up and call him back. The place is now clean and I'm dreading this call. Today I fricked up by having sex with my best friend's mum several times. The grandparents that raised me, from my mother's side, moved a few years ago in a small town and left me the apartment in the big city, the capital of the country. I visited them as often as I could and I still do. About 3 years ago, I went out on a summer Friday night to one of the few bars in there. I took my beer and went out on the terrace, because I am a smoker. All the tables were occupied, but this one had a lady staying alone at a table with 4 seats. Actually there were 2 tables put together. I asked her if I can detach one and make it 2 tables for 2. She said I don't have to, I can just sit. She's finishing her glass of wine and she's leaving. Meh. I stayed. A bit later that night we had sex at her place. We exchanged phone numbers and that was it. I didn't stay there through the night. The following day I texted her, because I liked it a lot. I mean, she was kinky as frick for a first one and I wanted to go for the second. After that kind of interaction, you either don't want to see the person again or it's more available, and I've got the upgrade. I will not go into that many details, but that lady is the dirtiest, in a good way, woman I've ever met. She's up for anything, so we kept going every time I went to visit my grandparents. While all the above was happening, in my town I changed jobs. In there I met a guy that got hired a few weeks after me. At some random office night out he sat next to me and we've talked a lot, because the music was too loud to hear with other people. He was a gamer, like me. We were playing the same games. We have similar hobbies and so forth. We've played together over 1,000 hours in CSGO matchmaking and we've talked a lot. I found out quite quickly that his father left him and his mum when he was 5-year-old. That he went for school in the US and that his mother lives in the same small town as my grandparents. Let's go together once, I've said. He goes to his mum around twice a year. Because he has a complicated long-distance relationship, I go to my grandparents more often, like 6-8 weekends. Yeah, anyway, things moved on. We even did 2 vacations together with our dates, but this freaking week I told him I am visiting my grands in the weekend for holidays, because I will be unable to do it later in December. And he said he will join me, because of the same reasons. So he drove me on Friday evening and left me at my grandparents' home. Let's meet tomorrow, at my place, he said. 2 hours after my arrival, I messaged the lady and told her I'm in town. She replied and told me her son is visiting and she can't meet. In that moment I got a weird feeling through my body. It felt like a cold heat. I can't explain it. I was 90% convinced that Lucas is the son of Valerie. Names are made up. The next day, before 11 AM, he texted me that we are set for a BBQ. I asked for the address and he said that he will pick me up. We buy some meat and we go. I really wanted to know the address, but I didn't insist on the matter, so yay, we're going there. I know the road. I know where he's taking me. Frick, my life. He opens the door. His mother is there and he literally says, "Hey mom, this is my bro." I felt like I need to throw up. He said the names. I shake her hand and I say, "Nice to meet you." The lady winked at me and she said, "I think we've met before." I was sweating bullets at this point. I shook my head, looked at Lucas. He was smiling, and I said, "Sorry, I can't remember, but it's possible." So we had barbecue lunch. But what I want to add is that during the lunch she left the table, going to the toilet, I guess, and she texted me, "He is leaving on Sunday morning. Stay till Monday." The boona felt so awkward. I think I will make up a reason not to come back with Lucas and I will stay at least one more day. Also, needs mentioning, the woman is damn hot. He's kinky as frick and she's 90% match on my kinks. She even purchased a sex swing for better fun. I'm unable to have a relationship more than 2 nights. Because the girls are too vanilla. Goddamn, I am so sorry. Open bracket. And I don't even know if I should tell him or not. Also, he's daily on Reddit. But, from what I know, he's on some gaming subs. Today I fricked up by trying to be overly dominant in a bedroom. This happened 2 nights ago after my girlfriend and I returned home pretty tipsy after having a few drinks with friends. We've been together for 2 years now, and with it being the first serious relationship for both of us, we've used the last 2 years to really figure out what we both like in the bedroom. I mean really figure it out. Cutting a short story shorter, I'm not the most naturally dominant guy in the world. But with booze in me I try my best, something my girlfriend loves. Having not done the deed since the previous night and with alcohol helping the mood along, things quickly got raunchy and we started making out, slimming down to just our undies. My girlfriend had previously mentioned that she'd love it if I ripped off her undies, instead of gently taking them off like the modern day gent I am. This is something I had yet to attempt for some reason, having never felt it the right time and never felt it the right easily rippable undies. It's at this very moment that a voice from above, be it Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha or Anne Frank, told me now is the time. I grabbed the undies with both hands and pulled, and lo and behold it worked. I heard it rip and felt one side rip from the other. With that I felt the blood rush to my head, both heads. I felt a surge of raw sexual energy, adrenaline like never before. I seen the look on her face. I had done it. I had climbed my Everest. I had reached the promised land. I was ready to dominate that night like never before. I then proceeded to attempt stage 2 of pulling the ripped underwear off to let the real fun begin. This I stupidly figured was going to be easy. This is where the frick up happens. I drunkenly never realized I'd only ripped one side of the underwear, leaving the other leg fully strapped in. Not realizing this, I pulled up towards me. With that I heard my girlfriend scream. Not a sexy moan type scream, a proper scream of pain. I quickly stopped my attempt, wondering what had gone wrong. She then proceeded to erupt in a fit of uncontrollable laughter. It's at this moment I realized I had just accidentally vagina wedged my girlfriend. After waiting for what felt like an age for her to stop laughing, I drunkenly apologized, shamefully taking off the half-ripped undies the conventional way while making sure all was okay down below and that I hadn't accidentally circumcised her, all of which was thankfully okay, having thankfully only bruised my ego. Things proceeded as normal from there. But we're still laughing about it now. Please subscribe if you like the video. It really helps the channel to grow. Adios.